My family is sweet, I call them super. Together we make the clan of Sluders.
A virus erased all 24 years of memories from Michael Sluder in 2010. But there are many qualities even a severe brain assault could not take from the now 28-year-old.
The best thing about Michael is his just steadfast and intense love for his family.
He still is extraordinarily charismatic. We go to the grocery store, the mall, wherever, and he's made several friends before we leave. Whether they want to talk to him or not, he's going to start that conversation. They're going to be buddies.
People go days without friendly conversation with people, especially if they don't know them. So it makes me happy when I'm talking to people, and makes them happy too.
The virus encephalitis struck Michael's brain twice, taking his memories, speaking abilities, and understanding of basic life skills. His parents struggled to care for him at home. It was then Michael's sister, Lauren, says she saw her parents needed help. She resigned from her job as a children's minister to help her brother relearn life skills.
Michael and I had a great time. We spent about 10 months, and our relationship during that time, it was great, but it was also very much a brother-sister. There's a few times where we got in fights, and I had to call Mom and say, he is not listening to me. He does not want to get in the car with me, or whatever. He'd push back, but we did a lot of kind of therapy. We would go to the library, and he would look up different titles because we were practicing reading. We would go to the grocery store, and I would make a list of 5 things for him to buy with pictures next to them, and he would have to locate them in the store. So just kind of homegrown therapy to try to relearn life skills, and that was really fun. After about 10 months of that, he was doing much better.
Michael continues to improve. His mother, Rosie, says her son is defying the odds.
With the 2 forms of encephalitis he was diagnosed with back-to-back, that's never been diagnosed in this country, and how ill he was, where he was lying in a hospital bed for like 7 weeks and couldn't speak, couldn't walk, couldn't talk, to this now, today, and him regaining his vocabulary and the independence he has. That's a miracle to me.
In 2013, the family decided to open a business called Comfort Care, which provides non-medical care to those with conditions like Alzheimer's. Michael enjoys working with his family.
Yeah, it's all different. Like if someone needs me to take them somewhere, I need to go and do this. They write a list for me and I'll go and bring it to this person, stuff like that.
Rosie says her youngest son's remarkable healing has been a family effort.
A lot of families fall apart in the time of crisis, and our family was amazing. We pulled together, and I believe that's one reason Michael's come so far. And it never ends. It's consistent. It goes on and on and on, and I think it's brought us all closer together. Even though before we were a close family, but I think the bond is even closer.
Michael's older brother, Jordan, says his brother and him are close.
Michael's the same and different, which at times has been hard for me to accept, especially at the beginning, because I'll look at him and, talk to him, and it's the same Michael, but we don't have that same pool of memories that we can draw from and laugh about and talk about, so we have to make new ones. So in a way, we're starting from scratch, but even if he doesn't recall those memories, we still have that foundation underneath the surface that's more emotion-based that we can both draw from, I think.
The Sluder family says the road to healing has not been easy or simple. Each of them have had to find peace and understanding in a situation that is rare and can feel unfair.
You can't take your family for granted. Michael and I were always really close, but for instance, I didn't have much of a relationship with Lauren. It wasn't that we had a bad relationship, we just didn't spend a lot of time together or talk that much, and I like to feel that we've improved in that regard. But it really is just that your health, your family, you just can't take things for granted, because this was totally unexpected. I mean, it seems so bizarre and random. And my worst fear always was something bad happening to Michael. And you know what? Anything is possible, you know? So we are only given a certain amount of time, you know, in life, and you just don't want to take certain things for granted, be it family, be it your health, because you don't know how things can change in a moment.
And there were so many ups and downs, actually mostly downs with his journey, you know, setbacks after setbacks and different rehabs and injuries. Yeah, I definitely, I had some anger, and for a long time I would say, why Michael, God, why Michael? You know, he was very easy to raise, and it never caused us any worry, or he didn't any worry or problems. They affectionately call him the Golden Boy. They named him that.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So he was getting into
Yes.
He didn't get caught.
He didn't get shot.
Yeah. My perspective changed from, why God did you allow this to happen, to, oh, the reason Michael has lived is because God wanted him to live. So my perspective changed from blame to thank you.
Lauren says Michael's outspoken and strong faith in God has been a surprising change since his illness.
He came home first from rehab and started to interact with some of his old friends, most of whom, you know, did not go to church, and that was not a big focus of their lives. I remember him telling one in particular, Sluders are God lovers, we're God lovers. And they kind of looked at him like, what? You know? And he was like, that's right, you know, that's how we are, and that's what we do, and you know, we love God and he made us. And I mean, I just remember being like, wow, that's not something I have ever imagined that I would hear him say. And he was, you know, very straightforward about it.
Lauren says people would frequently quote Romans 8:28 to her family, a scripture that says God works all things for our good. She says despite her faith, the scripture became something she had to work to understand.
It took me a long time to recognize that, okay, if it's true and God does work all those things for our good, and there has to be a positive, I realized that the positive is eternal. It's eternity. And so for Michael, if he had died prior to December 10th, 2010, I'm not sure where he would have spent eternity. But I know that if he dies tonight in his sleep, that he will absolutely be in heaven. Our lives here on earth are only so long. We don't know how long we have. Eternity is what really matters. And so, to me, that's what the good thing is that we can pull out of this.
There are parts of Michael's life that are gone, but loss is not the theme of Michael's story. His raps, hip-hop songs that he has memorized show his insight into what has happened to him and his love for what matters most in life.
Have you met me? Because my name is Michael. I am a good guy. Years ago, I almost died. A virus I'm told called encephalitis. It really put me down when it settled on my brain. You know, I could have died. It caused a lot of pain. I'm a fighter, stubborn too. I didn't give up. I made it through. People prayed for me because they care, and I'm getting better now, but not quite there. I want to be back like I was before, but it will take time for me to soar. I need my family, my great friends too. I need you. Who was I pointing at?
God.